Greetings family, Majesty Ocean here. So today is going to be a very exciting evening because I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and today I'm going to be diving a little bit into cycle syncing and how this has created so much beautiful transformation within my life, especially over the last year, I would say. I've definitely really been able to allow myself to align with the cyclical nature of who we are as powerful women and really use it to really create these fluid patterns of work and rest and play, and it has been absolutely so powerful. And I will say the first time that I heard about moon cycles or cycle syncing, it was actually when I went on a solo journey to this beautiful palace in the middle of the jungle in Ubud. And I was there. I had to go on a trip by myself because I was having a lot of hormonal imbalances. I was taking it out on everybody in my environment, and I really just needed to recollect my energy and really just be in my own space. So when I took the time to do that, I was on YouTube and I began to discover the beautiful moon phases and moon cycles that we have every single month that are reoccurring in our lives. And at the time when I discovered this, I was on birth control, and I had been on birth control for a very long time. I want to say about 7 years or so. And it was like a couple years ago where I really began to think about just the birth control and all of the side effects that it has. For me, I really began to feel this like sharp pain right in my lower arm where my implant was. And whenever I would do yoga and I would do my stretches, I would feel like so much pain, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the arm where I have the implant, so it makes sense why I'm feeling this pain. I need to get this out of my arm. So I decided to get it out, and it was a beautiful transformation afterwards, really being able to dive into the power of cycle seeking and really listen to my body in a deeper way. And really just, I've always noticed certain things being a woman, but a lot of these things were not taught about, like our cervical fluid and how that means that we are ovulating, and just like different signs that we experience when we are on our cycles, knowing that when we are in our luteal phase, this is when we have a decrease in energy and is when we need to be intaking more proteins, nurturing our bodies, really being able to take the time to nurture ourselves, not really, doing any heavy activities or social gatherings. Like, this is a moment for you to connect to yourself and to really honor you as a woman. And I think it's so important because for me, I found myself to be a giver. I give so much of myself, and I enjoy it. I love loving. I love doing things that make people feel loved. But there also comes with the balance and also being able to receive. And I found myself actually having a little bit difficulty with receiving. But when I begin to just understand my body and just really understanding how important it is to really nurture myself and honor my space and really just take moments to receive, even just presence, to be with yourself is very important. So I want to say my journey right after getting off birth control was so profound. So they basically say, right, I was reading this book studying about what happens when you get off birth control, or what are things that happen when you're on birth control. So they do say that your scent begins to shift, once you remove the birth control, right? You begin to smell differently, your body begins to smell differently, and you begin to smell men differently. So the men that you were attracting in your womb space while you were on birth control, that is fluctuating with your hormones and your emotions and not really allowing you to access all of that intuitive wisdom that is there in your sacred seat. And once you remove the birth control, you are able to align deeper to this ancestral intelligence that is connected to all of the cosmos, and you begin to attract a different reality, different experiences, different people, different partners. It is a complete energetic reset, full body reset that happens when you disconnect from the pharmaceuticals, from that industry. And the transformation is so profound. And this is me speaking from experience, and also hearing the many testimonials of many women that have also experienced these types of situations. And I think it just goes to show how much power there is in honoring our womb, cleansing our womb, doing practices that are really going to allow us to connect to our womb space in a different way. And some of these practices that I really love, I've been using my yoni egg. And if you don't know what a yoni egg is, it is a crystal, a rose quartz crystal, or you can use a jade crystal. And it is in the shape of an egg, and you just plop it in your yoni. And I usually go to bed with the yoni egg inside. And I also do like these contractions with the muscles, so you can kind of just like feel and move the egg as it is inside of your yoni, and really just working those muscles. And it's really great because whenever I take the yoni out, I feel like such tightness within my hips, and that's how I know that the magic is working and that the muscles are working. And that also allows for greater pleasure when we choose to partake into our own sensual pleasures, or into pleasure with our counterpart in intercourse. So yeah, it's just like a beautiful way to really work those muscles, and to also clear out the energy with the crystal. And it's especially very powerful to charge your yoni egg under a new moon or under a full moon. And you can also cleanse them and wash them under cold water as well, to clear out all of the negative energy. And another beautiful practice that you can do to really honor the womb space is a yoni steam. If you would like to try yoni steam, you can actually just go ahead and message me on my community page at lunaformation_, and I can go ahead and get you a beautiful blend to do a yoni steam. So a yoni steam is basically, you get a pot and you boil it with water, and then you allow the herbs to go in, and you let it sit for just a couple minutes. And then you pretty much just sit over the bowl and allow the steam to go into your yoni. And best practices are to get either like a sarong, like the one that I'm wearing now, or you can get a towel, and you can wrap it around your waist and allow the steam to go into your yoni, so it can purify and detox all the negative impurities within the womb space. And you will begin to feel such a reviving energy, and really just connect back to your beautiful sensual energy and all of these natural feelings that we are meant to experience as women. And I really want to dive into really just what I've been noticing within my own cycle. And this has become a pattern, and I actually find it so fascinating. And it's really around this phase of the luteal phase. And this is a phase that is about 15 days out of the month, one of the longest phases out of the 4 phases, and this is the time before we go into our bleed. And it is said that this is a time where we have, our hormones are, wilding out. We have mood swings, irritability. We are craving a lot of like sweets and foods and heavy foods and things like that. And the reason why is because, we're having a decrease in energy, and that is when we need to stock up on a lot of our proteins and making sure that we are getting more rest during this time to really honor our bodies. But I also find that we are able to really access the divine intelligence of the other realms during this phase. And I find myself to be a little bit more expressive and creative during this phase, which I think is really beautiful, because I just find myself connected more to spirit, more to my ancestors, more into all of these mystical realms that I feel, that not many discuss about or talk about. For us that are in the spiritual community and understand that there is this beautiful intelligence and energy that we can tap into when we want to connect to our ancestors or to just anything that is really beyond us, understanding that energy is all interconnected and that we are all reflections of one another, and really just being able to come into the reality of the beauty in what it is to just exist and be and live and play, right? All the beautiful aspects of the divine feminine that I feel we have really forgotten as a society and a community. And I feel the call to just, go back to that, go back to honoring the womb, nurturing ourselves, really understanding how, we are reflecting everything in our experience. So if we are in environments or with partners that are really not serving our highest good, then it is really a time to reflect on, your own personal circumstances. I do find a lot of women, and especially myself, my relationship with my cycle, even just like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was always very negative. And I find that energy still being created amongst a lot of my sisters whenever they're around their cycles. And I feel like it is so beautiful to just call back the medicine of cycle syncing and really being able to honor the cyclical nature of our body and really using it to benefit us, to create, to really just play, to interact, to have those moments to go inward, to receive and reflect, so we can take those moments to integrate and then grow and evolve into the greater individuals and women and creators, healers, just amazing beings that we are and what we are here to share with the world. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the power of cycle syncing and really how it has transformed my life significantly. Like, I feel like I have been such in a beautiful flow when it comes to creating things for my business, or just being able to be more active in hosting things, or really just taking moments to reflect, honor myself, dive deeper into my sensual practices, and really just honor myself and really just bring that sense of self-love to me again. And I feel like this really ignited within me, after getting out of a 5-year relationship, and you have all of this energy that you just used to give, and you didn't even realize it. But now that you are in your own space, you have all of this energy and you're just like calling it all back to you. And that's the phase that I have been in over the last 8 months, and it has been so beautiful because I'm like, wow, this is a lot of energy, and there's just so many beautiful things to do with it. And God has, allowed me to express myself in such a beautiful way and put me in a place to really share my story and express how it has, changed my life. And yeah, it's like really beautiful to just call back that power to yourself. Like, know what it is that you deserve and what you want, especially in a partnership and in a relationship. And if you're someone who eventually wants to have family and be able to leave a legacy behind, it's important for us to really reflect a partner, a divine mate that is going to be there to support you and to lift you in some of your toughest moments. You are there to do that for each other. And yeah, and I feel like just having these moments of being with myself and even going through the journey of celibacy and calling all that energy back and honoring my womb space and speaking my truth, which I feel like is also so beautiful, is understanding that the throat chakra is actually connected to the yoni. So when you are expressing yourself and sharing your truth, you're actually healing your womb space. And I feel that so deeply because in the process of me healing my womb, I've been able to express myself just so much more authentically and gracefully and truthfully during this whole process. And I feel like it just all aligns. And yeah, it's just so beautiful to really understand all the interconnectedness and how magical we are to just express. So yes, family, just wanted to share a little bit about the power of cycle syncing. And yeah, I teach a little bit about it in my workshop, Drink to Divinity, the fasting experience. And yeah, it's actually said to fast in your follicular and your ovulation phase, but not in your luteal phase, because again, that is when you have a decrease in energy. So I kind of just make sure that the women who join the workshop are aware of that. And we usually fast around the time of the full moon, which again, I'm having another Drink to Divinity fasting experience on February 10th, and we will be preparing for the fast on the 10th, and the fast will begin from the 11th through the 14th. I'm inviting you to only partake in 4 days, but if you want to do 7, which is highly recommended, the transformation is going to be so profound and so amazing. And I just know in my heart and my soul that this is just such a beautiful healing modality that really just allows women as well to dive into what it really is to heal the womb, because during the process you are really able to confront a lot of the emotions and the traumas that are stored in the womb and also in the throat chakra. Like, I've really felt it in both places a lot. And yeah, it's just going to be a beautiful opportunity and experience to really take the time to honor those emotions and those traumas and be in community to really confront those things together, journal them out, really understanding the power of life-giving juices and herbs and how these are really reviving our bodies and our spirits and clearing out our pineal gland so we can be activated in our third eyes, or what I like to say, our first eye is really clear, so then we can begin to really see our future clearly in what it is that we are here to create and the life that we want to really allow ourselves to experience. So yes, I invite you to join me on this beautiful journey and really just taking back that power, that birthright that we have to really create the life of truth and freedom and love and community and all the beautiful things. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in. It has been such an honor to share the beautiful power of cycle syncing and how it has allowed me to experience such beautiful transformation within my life. If you would like to learn a little bit more, then be sure to follow my community page at lunaformation_, and I also provide a variety of different herbs that you can also purchase as well that will really assist you in the detoxification and healing of your womb space. And if you have any questions, then do send me a message and I will be happy to share more information. Sending you so much love, and I will catch you next time.